What you just saw was an example of something called inertia. So inertia is a tendency of object to be at rest when at rest, and to be at motion, to be in motion when in motion. So inertia can be basically of two types depending on the situation. So it could be inertia of rest or inertia of motion. So inertia of rest simply means the tendency of an object to be at rest when it is at rest. So you might have experienced that inside a bus. So when the bus and also you are stationary and suddenly the bus starts moving or it accelerates, you get pushed behind. Why? Because your body wants to stay at the same position, but the bus starts moving forward. So your body stays behind while the lower part of your body, due to friction, starts moving with the bus, and you feel that push towards that direction. Similarly, you can have inertia of motion, which you might have guessed easily. So inertia of motion is the tendency of an object to be in motion when it is in motion. So that is something you might have experienced when you must be traveling in a bus, and as the bus is moving, also you are moving with the bus, and the driver suddenly applies the brakes. So what happens when the driver applies the brakes suddenly? Well, the bus stops and you get pushed forwards. Why do you get pushed forwards? Well, because your body is traveling in that direction and the bus suddenly stops. But the tendency of your body, due to inertia of motion, is to keep on moving in that particular direction, in the forward direction. And so you continue to travel in that direction while the lower part of your body stops due to friction with the bus. And so you get pushed forwards. And so here are a few examples of the same. And what you just saw right now was the example of inertia of rest. So inertia depends on one thing, which is mass. So heavier objects have more inertia. How do you know that? Well, a heavier person feels a larger push in the forward direction when the bus stops. On the other hand, if you are a light person, it is easier for you to stop with the bus. And so it might not be so intuitive, and therefore I'll give you an example. So in the example, I have taken two cases. So I have taken a football, and on top of that I have placed a bottle, a plastic bottle, and in one case I have filled the bottle with water completely to make it heavy, and in the other case I have left it empty so that it is light. Obviously the friction in both the cases will differ slightly, but what I'm trying to show you is that in one case, the case in which the bottle is filled with water, the bottle stays at its position better due to its larger inertia, which is due to its larger mass. And when the bottle is empty, it will not stay in its position because so much. I mean, it will stay in its position due to inertia, but it might move forward slightly because it is lighter and does not have that large inertia. And after that, I'll show you a few more examples of inertia of rest and inertia of motion. And also you have the inertia of direction, which is simply a tendency of an object to travel in the direction it is traveling. So that is something that you might have experienced when the bus or a car turns sharply. So when you're traveling in a car or a bus and the car takes a sharp left or right turn, so you get pushed in the opposite direction. So let's say you're moving in that direction and the car suddenly turns in this direction. So your tendency is to travel in that direction. So you will keep on traveling in that direction, and you'll feel that obviously the car is moving in that direction because it is turning in that direction, but you will feel a push in this direction because your tendency is to keep on moving in this direction while the car turns in that direction. So that is inertia of direction. Yeah, and let's have a look at the examples. Here we go.